first of all, what's the plan with Rescue? The plan is January 1st is go live date, and this is going to be our new training, delivery, and tracking system. Okay. And how we got to where we are right now is, you guys are familiar with the system I've used before, right? So the goal is to put all that stuff in one, right? So instead of having a paper visa, an electronic visa, using the training officer's website, YouTube videos, Vimeo videos, all that stuff, hopefully wrapped into one package is the goal. So this Rescue Hub is a product of an operational point of view in developing it. And this came from me pounding my head on the desk like, this fucking sucks, all right? The stuff that we were doing. And many conversations in the hallway with Chris Tompkins when he was working here about, hey, how do we get stuff out to the guys? And it was revolving around RIT, right? We were talking about RIT assessment, we did those videos and stuff. We were talking about doing those videos. How do we get those things out to the guys? How do we assign those things? And so we can have consistency across the organization. Instead of just sending out PowerPoints and Microsoft Word docs, how can we integrate video? And then all these little pieces have kind of come together into what we have right now. So this was made with an operational mindset. It wasn't made from a chief's point of view. It was made from an operational mindset. Firefighter to battalion chief, right? Everybody has different needs with a training, tracking, and delivery system, right? Your needs are going to be different than yours, which is different than the VCs, different than the MSOs, different than training division, all the other stakeholders that are using the system, okay? So that's how we ended up where we're at today. All the guys got together, and looked at various different platforms, and this is the one that they decided to go with. So, having said that, this was developed with Fire District 1 and Linwood in mind, specifically. It's built around what we need to do, and changes happen on the fly. So as we get feedback for different things, the changes are made to make life easier for you. And that's the bottom line, is make life easier for us, but provide a higher quality of training. So the goals of the system, even if you take this out of it, right, the goals are, this is what we want it to do. I don't care what it's called, this is what we want it to do. So number one, we want it to be based on delivery. Everything else out there is based on tracking. And then, oh, by the way, we're going to deliver training too. This is backwards, which is actually good. From our point of view, delivery is the most important part. And number one is going to be high quality. So how do we improve the quality of what we're doing? In my opinion, we have 250 guys on the line between us and Linwood. There's a ton of knowledge, experience out there that we can leverage. So how do we get that out of guys, right? Not every person is going to come teach classes for 8 days in a row. But what if we can integrate video? What if we can do, you guys doing a skill video on whatever, right? Flat roof evolutions. Why can't we film that on our smarty phone or whatever technology that we have that we're familiar with? Why can't we do that, edit it, throw out a 5-minute video, send it department-wide, so now we don't have to take crews out of service to do that. Or maybe we don't have to use a PowerPoint video anymore, or excuse me, a PowerPoint presentation. Maybe it's just video, right? How sweet would that be if we can share all that training, and now we can track it too. So how do we increase the quality of what we're doing? That's one way, is integrating video. The other way is reducing redundancy, right? The previous system of paper, plus Excel, plus this link, that worked half the time. It's ridiculous. It's a waste of time, right? Multiple entries. Whenever Chris goes to a run review, he's got to tell Jason. Jason has to log all the training. We're trying to cut all that crap out to save time. Less out of service time is also a big one, right? What if we don't have to sit here in this classroom all together? There's some value in that for sure, but is it worth taking crews out of service all over the district for something that can be provided either online or video-based? So one thing we talked about for the future is, can we add a video conferencing element? So GoToMeeting or a WebEx that's integrated into this. Now you click on an event in the morning, and now instead of being here, you're sitting at 23s in the recliners with a cup of coffee in your hand. Maybe you're viewing ops notes. Maybe you're viewing whatever the training of the day is, not using the Polycom system, right? Because we know that District 1 in technology is like an oxymoron, right? We don't freaking work. But the point is that there's technology out there that's been vetted, that's been used by all of us, right? So if we can use this technology that's already out there, that guys are already familiar with, that's a win for us, okay? So less out of service time. The other part of that is, besides the web conferencing thing that we're hoping to implement in the future, right now, today, if we can reduce the out of service time by front loading our hands-on drills, kind of like we've already done, right, by email, right? We email out links for different things we want you to view before we get there. But what if we can front load it with video, right? What if we can send it out department-wide, we can assign it, we can track it, just like the Burlington Northern training we had not too long ago, right? We get an email of stuff that we have to do. For me, I have a hard time keeping track of all those emails because we're just freaking email saturated, right? Yeah. If you're gone for a cycle, you come back, how many emails you got in your inbox?
Dude,
A ton, right? It takes me a whole morning just to go through all that shit. If I can keep all my training in one spot and I just know what training I have to do, and let's say I click on that Rescue Hub training event and it has the information in it, already embedded in it, I click on it, boom, it's there, okay? It's one-stop shopping, okay? So reducing our out-of-service time by reducing that spin-up time for our hands-on, right? If we want to focus more on hands-on training, which I think we should, then let's cut out all the other crap and make it more efficient, okay? The other one is leveraging technology, which I already talked about a little bit. If we can use technology that we're all familiar with, I think that's going to be a win, right? We all carry it around with us all the time. Let's start using more of that stuff, okay? The other one too, which is a big one, is it's got to be easy to use. I use the baby boomer generation as our litmus test. If those guys can do it and be okay with it without chucking the computer or the tablet across the room, we're good to go, right? Okay? And then the third piece, of course, is the integrated tracking, because the bottom line, it all comes down to liability. If we ever get audited for any reason, we need to be able to distribute, puke out what somebody has done for a set period of time. So we have to be able to track it. Turns out, this is all the fun, cool stuff. This is the part that's really hard, right? This is the stuff that takes the most time. This is the part, development-wise, that takes the most time as far as the program goes. Okay?